Hello everyone, welcome to Diksha Karnataka. In this video, we are going to discuss top 30 questions of probability. So we'll start with this question. A box has 100 pens. So they are talking about one box which is out of which 10 are defective. 10 are defective. The probability that out of sample of 5 pens drawn one by one with replacement and at most one defective is. So if you go through the question, they are talking about probability. Probability that out of sample of 5 pens, how many pens are there? Sample of 5 pens. So 5 pens drawn one by one. A box has 100 pens. So let me draw a diagram for this. A box has 100 pen. 100 pen, out of which 10 are defective. 10 are defective means 90 are non-defective. It is very obvious that 90 are non-defective. The probability that out of sample of 5 pens, suppose if I am considering 5 pens drawn one by one, sample of 5 pens means we are drawing 5 pens one by one, we are drawing with replacement. With replacement means one pen we have drawn and then we have kept back. Again one more pen we have drawn, again we are keeping it back. Means try to recall the concept related with 5 pens are drawn with replacement means one pen we have drawn, again we are keeping back, again we are drawing one pen. Now we are doing this 5 times. 5 times means one concept. Bernoulli trials concept should come to your mind at this point, because repetition of experiment we do in Bernoulli trials. So drawn one by one with replacement and at most one defective is, so one defective is there. So for this how to approach this problem? Now Bernoulli trials, now try to recall Bernoulli trials. There is one formula, x is equal to x ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x. Sample of n. Now 5 pens means n is equal to 5. They have given us n is equal to 5. Also defective, they are talking about defective means success. How many defective are there? There are totally 10 defective, and out of how much? So defective means 1 by 10. If p is 1 by 10, q is equal to 9 by 10, automatically 9 by 10, because we are considering defective as success. Listen to my words, we are considering defective as success. Success probability is denoted by p. Success is 1 by 10 means failure is 9 by 10. So p and q value we got. Now x is equal to, we already know n value, we already know p value, q value, we just have to know x value. What is this x? Now if you go through the question, and at most one defective, at most means maximum one defective. So can it be 0 defectives? Yes, it can be 0 defectives, or it can be maximum 1 defectives. So at most one defective means 0 defective or 1 defective. These two we have to find. Now we just have to substitute this. So here we'll get 5c0, p value is 1 by 10, x is 0, q is 9 by 10, n minus x is, n is 5 minus x is, so this is 5 plus p. In place of ncx, 5c1, p is 1 by 10, x is 1, q is 9 by 10, and n minus x is n minus 1. So here what are we left with? 9 by 10 power 5, and if you see this is 5 by 2, 9 by 10 power 4. So answer for this is C. So Bernoulli trials, this question is based on Bernoulli trials. Bernoulli trials is important concept, so you should be knowing Bernoulli trials concept. Please go through the synopsis in textbook, Bernoulli trials, that concept, and try to memorize this formula and try to solve some problems. That is important. Bernoulli trials is important. Moving on to next question. The probability distribution of x is, the probability distribution of x is, so probability distribution they have given like this. The probability distribution of x is, here let me write since it is not clear, this is x, this is p of x, 0, 0.3, 1k, 2, 2k, 3 and 2k. The probability distribution of x is, they have given like this. The value of k is, what are they asking? They are asking to find value of k. Now one point you should be knowing, summation of p of x is, summation of p of x is 1. This you should be knowing. You consider this as synopsis point. Synopsis point knowing is your responsibility. Now if you know synopsis point, then we just have to summation of px means 0.3 plus 4 plus 5k is equal to 1. So 5k is equal to 0.7. That means k is equal to 0.14. K is equal to 0.14. So answer for this is 0.14. Only based on this, this was a easy question. Only this point if you know, you are able to solve this. Moving on to next question. Two events A and B will be independent if, so two events, what are they talking about? Two events A and B will be independent. Now if you observe this, they are talking about two events A and B will be independent if A and B are independent. A and B are, some synopsis point you should be knowing to solve this problem. A and B are independent implies A dash and B dash are also independent. So you take this as synopsis point. In book already it is there. If A and B are independent events, then this implies A dash and B dash are also independent. Now if I go through first option, A dash and B dash are independent, that means P of A dash and B dash can be written as P of A dash, P of B dash. Independent events means A dash and B dash, probability of A dash, probability of B dash. So independent events, this is the condition for, even you can take this as synopsis point. So probability of A dash and B dash is equal to 1 minus P of A, 1 minus P of B. So all this is synopsis points only. So answer for this is A. Moving on to next question. The probability distribution, for the probability distribution, they have given some probability distribution. For the probability distribution, one probability distribution, the standard deviation is, what is that? Standard deviation is, standard deviation means for this. Now one synopsis point, or in fact you can say this as formula, sigma is equal to under root of standard deviation, sigma is equal to under root of summation xi square p of xi minus summation xi p of xi square, summation this. Standard deviation is this. So the formula to find standard deviation is given by this. Now standard deviation formula is this. For this, now if I use this formula to simplify, sigma is equal to under root of, or let me calculate it before only and then I will go for substitution. So xi square is 0, p of xi is, if you multiply this, summation xi square p of xi is equal to 0, and then 1 and 5 by 18, this is equal to 5 by 18 plus 4 by 36. Just square this and multiply this, you will get like this. Now you multiply this with 2, So you will get 14 by 36. Summation xi square pi means we have to square xi and then multiply with this. So 0 I am not writing. 1 square 1 multiplied by 5 by 18, 5 by 18. Next, xi square is 4, 4 into 1 by 36 is 14 by 36. So 14 by 36 is equal to 7 by 18. Next, summation xi p of xi. Summation xi p of xi. See here, summation means addition. Xi p of xi, we have to multiply this and this, you multiply 0. Next, 5 by 18, 5 by 18 plus 2 by 36 is 1 by 18 is equal to 6 by 18 is 1 by 3. Now if you square this, now let me substitute, let me go for substitute. Under root of 7 by 18, under root of 7 by 18 minus 1 by 3, minus 1 by 3 square, minus 1 by 3 square. So sigma is equal to 7 by 18 minus 1 by 9. 7 by 18 minus 1 by 9. For this, let me multiply by 2. So sigma is equal to 5 by 18. Is there any option like 5 by 18? Yes, B is the answer for this. Just simplify. Ready-made it is not available. 18 can be written as 9 into 2. 9 if I keep outside of bracket, I will get 3 and inside it is 2. So the answer for this is. So very easy question. What was the thing? What knowledge was required? Only this much of knowledge was required to solve this problem. That's it. Nothing else. Only this knowledge. Remaining calculation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, that you should be knowing. Next, moving on to next question. A bag contains, what does a bag contains? A bag contains 17 tickets numbered from 1 to 17. Let me draw the graph box for that. 17 tickets from where to where? 1 to 17. From 1 to. A ticket is drawn at random. They are drawing one ticket at random. Then another is drawn without replacing the first. That means a ticket is drawn. One ticket they have drawn. And another ticket is drawn without replacing, means first ticket is outside only, next ticket. The probability that, what is the question? The probability that both the tickets may show even numbers, is the probability that both the tickets, the probability. Now what is the question? The probability that both the tickets may show even numbers is, both may show even number is. So how to approach this problem? So probability that both even. For first even, totally 8 are there and then favorable 8 by second. Using classical definition of probability, we can write favorable case 8 by 16. In the next case, there are only 7 and there are only 16 left. So for this, I can write this as by 2. 7 by 34. So is there any option like 7 by 34? Yes. See here, again easy question, very easy question. You just have to do this calculation. Hardly, I will say 10 or 15 seconds maximum to solve this question. Moving on to next question. A flashlight has 10 batteries. A flashlight has 10 batteries, out of which 4 are dead. So let me draw. Has 10 batteries, out of which 4 are dead. Batteries, 4 dead means 6 non-dead. If 3 batteries are selected, without replacement and tested, then all 3 dead. Probability that all 3 are dead is, probability of all 3 are dead is, probability all 3 dead is. Now total favorable cases by total cases. Total how many batteries? 10 batteries, out of which we have to choose 3 batteries. So next, if 3 batteries are selected, 3 batteries, out of dead only we have to select, so 4C3 divided by 10. Now NCR formula, n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. So 4c3 is 4. How to calculate? 4c3 is 4 factorial by 4 minus 3, 1, r is 3 factorial. So 4c3 is equal to 4. 4c3 is equal to 4. In the same way, 10 factorial, 10 factorial by 3 factorial, 7 factorial. So 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 factorial, 7 factorial, 7 factorial gets cancelled. So here we are left with 3 factorial means 3 into 2, 3 ones are 3 threes are 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2 twos are. So after cancellation, here we are left with 1 by 30. After simplification, we just have to simplify this 10c3 all this. We are left with 1 by 30. So answer is 1 by 30. Moving on to next question. The probability of happening of an event A is 0.5. Probability of happening of an event A is 0.5. So probability of happening of event is 0.5 and that of B is 0.3 and that of B is 0.3. Probability of happening of B is 0.3. If A and B are mutually exclusive, next statement, A and B are mutually exclusive events means what? A and B are, if one occurs, another does not occur, A and B is 0. Mutually exclusive means probability of A and B is 0. Then probability of neither A nor B is, what is the question? Probability of neither A nor B. Probability of neither A nor B is what? This is the question. Now some synopsis with basic knowledge. This P of A intersection A dash intersection B dash can be written as P of A union B dash is equal to 1 minus P of A union B, 1 minus A union B. From synopsis, I am dragging all the knowledge from synopsis. A union B dash 1 minus P of A union B. If you don't know synopsis, please go through it. If you know, it is a good thing. Next, 1 minus P of A union B is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So 1 minus P of A is 0.5, P of B is 0.3. This is 0, so I am not writing. So finally we are left with 0.2. Is there any such option? Yes, C is the answer. See here again, easy level question only, nothing complicated. If you know basics like this one, only this formula was required to solve this. So this is a basic formula. Please go through NCERT synopsis very well. Aid to your soul, aid to your DNA. This synopsis points. Next, move on to next. In a simultaneous throw of pair of dice, the probability of, so one random experiment they are performing in a simultaneous throw of pair of dice. So pair of dice they are throwing, that is a random experiment. The probability of getting a total more than 7 is, what is the question? Probability of getting a total more than 7 is, this is the question. So for that, let me write the sample space. Sample space, if 2 dice are thrown, this everybody should be knowing, 1 1 1 up to 1 6, 2 1 up to 2 6. Next in the same way, 6 1 up to 6 comma 6. Total more than 7, probability is equal to, total is 36. Total is how much? 36. Total is how much? 36. More than 7. Total more than 7 is. More than 7 means here only one possibility is there. So more than 7. More than 7, how many possibilities are there? 2 comma 6. This is one possibility. Next, 3 comma 5, 4 comma 5, 4 comma 5, and 3 5 4 5 5 5 6 5 2 6 3 5 4 5 5 5 6 5. Next, for this 4 5. Next, if you count more than 5, more than 7 means 2 6. Here we will get 2 6. In the next one we will get here in the next, from here we will get 2 comma 6. Only this is possibility. In the next 3 6 we will get, 4 6 also we will get, 5 6 6 6. Let me write this properly so that it will be easier for us to get those. So 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4, 3 5, 3 6. Next 4 1, 4 1, 4 2, 4 3 up to 4 6. Next 5 1 and then 6 1 up to 6 6. Now if you observe more than 7, for more than 7, so if you observe more than 7, how many more than 7 here? Here 2 comma 6, only 1 you will get. Next here if you observe 3 5 3 6, here you will get 2. For 4 1 here you will get 3, and in the same way finally you will get 5 here, because 6 2 6 3 so on. So more than 7, how many? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. See here in this row 1, in this row 2, this row 3. So what is this? 5. So if I take summation of this, 6 by 3 is equal to 15. Now favorable, probability is equal to favorable 15 cases, total 36. Total 36, favorable 15. So 15 can be written as 5 into 3, 5 into 3. 6 can be written as 6 into 6, 6 into 6, or else 5 by 5 into 3, 12 into 3. So if I cancel 3 and 3, 5 by 12. Is there any such option? Yes, C is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. If A and B are mutually exclusive events, what are they talking about? A and B are mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive events means if one event happens, other does not happen. That means what? Probability of A intersection B is 0, mutually exclusive. Given that A is equal to 3 by 5B, then probability of A or B is, what are they asking? They have given this much of data and they are asking this P of A or B. So P of A or B is P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Addition theorem of probability. This is very important, very important formula. So everybody should be knowing this. P of A or B is, P of A value is 3 by 5. P of B value is 1 by 5. A intersection B. This is 0. So answer is 4 by 5, which is equal to 0.8. So if I know this formula, only one formula I was supposed to know, with that only we are able to solve this. So this, you take this as synopsis. P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So 0.8 is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. Two letters are chosen from letters of the word equations. Equation, from two letters they are choosing from this equation. The probability that one is oval, the probability, what are they asking? Probability that one is oval and other is consonant. Probability that one is oval and other is consonant. So for this, how to approach this problem? See here, probability of one oval, one consonant is, two letters are chosen. Again here, favorable cases by total cases. Total, how many letters are there? 3, 9. From this we are choosing 2. Total 9 letters are there. From this I am choosing 2. So 9C2. Total 9C2. Next, 1 is oval. How many ovals are there? 5 ovals are there. From that 1 is oval. 5C1. Next, 4 consonants are there. From that we are choosing 1. So 4C1. 5 fours are 20 divided by 9 factorial, 2 factorial, 7 factorial. So 20 divided by 9 into 8 into 7 factorial by 7 factorial into 2 factorial into 2. I am writing here, let me cancel this and this. 1 za, this is 4 za, so 20. This is 5 4, so here we are left with 5 by 9. Just simplification, I am leaving it to you. So D is the answer. Again, this is a very easy question and less time consuming. Within 20 seconds we are able to calculate this. Moving on to next problem. The random variable. So they are talking about one random variable, random variable x has the following probability distribution. Then the value of k is a random variable x has following probability distribution. Then what are they asking? They are asking to find the value of k. So how to find the value of k? For this one synopsis point, just now I have explained, p of x summation of p of x is equal to 1. So if you know this synopsis, only one statement, one equation, if you know, this problem is done. So how to use this problem, how to use this equation? Now if you observe k minus 1, if I add all this summation, if I do summation of p of x, summation of p of x is equal to k. Now if I add all this k, 4 5 5 3, ah 3 4 5 3 9 4 3 3 3 and 3 and this 3. So total 9k, just I am doing summation. Next minus 1, I am keeping minus 1 only, minus 1, 3k square, 5k square, totally 5k square. So p summation p of x is equal to, just add this addition and subtraction of terms, they will teach in 7th standard 8th standard. So next 5k square plus 9k minus 1 is equal to 1. I am just placing summation of p of x is equal to 1. So 5k square plus 9k minus 2 is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. Now we have to find two roots. What are the two roots? Minus 10 for this. This and this you have to multiply, you will get minus 10. And then for this minus 10, I will write minus 10 ones are, or else 10 into minus 1, so that I will get k. Now what I have to do? To find, I have to change its sign and divide by this. So change its sign and divide. K is equal to minus 10 by 5, 1 by 5. So is there any such option? 1 by 5. Yes, A is the answer for this. So only one synopsis point. If you know, hardly calculation will take 10 or 15 seconds. So within 15 seconds you are getting. Moving on to next. If A and B are events of a sample space. So if you go through this question, A and B are two events of a sample space. Yes, P of A is this much, P of B is this much, P of A given B is this much. Then P of A dash given B is what? P of A dash given B is what? How to approach this problem? See here. This conditional probability, very important topic, conditional probability. Please go through the synopsis if you don't know synopsis. If you know the synopsis, then it is a good thing. Now probability of A dash given B is equal to probability of A dash and B divided by probability of B. So probability of B is 0.6. Probability of A dash given B is equal to probability of B minus probability of A and B. A and B divided by probability of B. Probability of B is 0.6 minus A intersection B. So probability of B is 0.6. What about probability of A and B? Now all these are synopsis points, so you consider this much as synopsis. This also you consider as synopsis. This is a part of synopsis. Now further we want probability of A intersection B. So how to find A intersection B? Probability of A given B is equal to probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. Probability of A given B is 0.5. Probability of B is 0.6 is equal to probability of A intersection B. So probability of A intersection B is 0.3. So 0.6 minus 0.3 divided by 0.6, which is equal to 1 by 2. So the answer for this is 1 by 2. Moving on to next question. If x has a binomial distribution with parameters. So some information they have given: x has a binomial distribution with parameters and p of x is equal to this much and p of x. Then p is equal to, the question they are asking, p is equal to, now in this question, then p is equal to, now try to recall one synopsis point. What is that synopsis point related to Bernoulli trials? X is equal to x, probability of x is equal to x, ncx, probability of x is equal to x, ncx, p raised to x, q raised to n minus x. The synopsis point, try to recall. Now probability of x is equal to 2 is equal to 6c2 p raised to x. In place of x we are keeping 2. In place of q n minus 3 is 3. So this p value also they have given this as 12. Next, phi is equal to p of x is equal to 3 is equal to 6c3 is equal to 6c3 p raised to x value is 3, q value is, so this is also 3, n minus x, I think it should be 4, n minus x, n minus 2 is 4. Now everything is fine. So 12 by, if I go for dividing of this equation, then I will get 12 divided by 4 is equal to 6c2 divided by 6c3, 6c2 divided by 6c3, q divided by p. So q divided by p. Next, 6c2 value is 6, c2 value is 6 factorial by 2 factorial, 4 factorial, 6c3 is 6 factorial by 3 factorial, 3 factorial. So 6c2 is equal to 6 into 5 into 4 factorial, 4 factorial, 4, 3 5s are 15, 6c3 is equal to 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial divided by 3 factorial, 3 factorial, 3 factorial, 3 factorial cancelled. So 6c3 is equal to 20. So 12 by 5 is equal to 12 by 5 is equal to 15 by 20, 15 by 20, q by p. So 5, this can be written as 3 into 4, and here this side this can be written as 3 into 5. Here 5, this can be written as 5 into 4. So if I cancel this 3 and this 3, if I cancel this 5 and this 5, so what I am left with here, I am left with 16 divided by 5 is equal to q divided by p, which implies q is equal to 16p divided by 5. Q is equal to 16p divided by 5. If you want to make a note of this, you make a note of this. I am going to erase because of space constraint. Moving on to next. Q is equal to 16p divided by 5. P plus q is equal to 1. This is synopsis point. So in place of p, I am keeping p only. In place of 16 q, I am writing 16p divided by 5 is equal to 1. If I take LCM, 21, P is equal to 5. So P is equal to 5 divided by 21. Is there any such option? P is equal to 5 divided by 21. This option is not there. So you can consider this as a grace marks. The correct answer for this is P is equal to 5 by 21 is the correct answer. In exam, if they have not given any options, you just take one option randomly. That will be considered as a grace question. Moving on to next question. A man speaks truth 2 out of 3 times. There is one man, he speaks truth 2 out of 3 times. That means sometimes he is lying. 1 out of 3 times he is lying. He picks one of the natural numbers in the set. From the set, he is picking one natural numbers and reports that is even, and report the probability and reports that it is even. The probability, what is the question? The probability that is actually even is, they are asking probability that it is actually even is. Now I will go through the question and I will try to extort some data. A man speaks truth 2 out of 3 times. Okay, he picks one of the natural numbers. So random experiment here is picking of natural numbers in the set S from this set. So probability of even number is, how many even numbers are there? 3 even numbers are there. How many total? Total 7 numbers. Probability of odd, how many odd numbers are there? 4 divided by how many total? So probability this much of information I will get from here. Next, R be the event. R be what? The probability that is actually even is. R is one event. What is this event? The probability that actually even is. Reports, R be the event that reports even. That man is reporting even. That event, let me name that as R. Let me name reports even. Reports that it is even. That event I am naming this as R. Now, if I try to understand this, probability of reporting even, given that it is actually even is. Once again I will go through the question, I will go through this. Probability of reporting even, given it is even. So that means it is truth. Probability of truth is 2 by 3. Next, probability of reporting odd means is false. Now what is the question that actually even? The question is probability of actually even. Reports that it is even, actually even, reports even. The question is this. See here, the probability that it is actually even, reports that it is even, given that reports that is even. So already is reporting even, the probability that it is actually even, given reporting even is. Now with this information, if you go through this information, given data, they are asking to find this. Now this data, you try to relate it with Bayes theorem. So Bayes theorem is very important. What are all the important things? Conditional probability, Bayes theorem, total theorem and Bernoulli trials. These are the most important. So probability of E given R. For this, formula is probability of R given E dot probability of E. Probability of R given E divided by probability of R given E dot probability of E plus probability of R given O dot probability of O. So this is equal to R given E from Bayes theorem. I am writing this. So this Bayes theorem, please, very important. I am saying, I am requesting you, Bayes theorem is very important in CET, that will definitely come. So you please practice it. R given E is 2 by 3. Probability of even is 3 by 7 divided by R given E 2 by 3 by 7 plus R given O is 1 by 3. Probability of odd 4 by 7, 4 by 7. Next, so if I calculate this, what I am left to 6 divided by 6 plus 4, 6 divided by 10, 3 by 5, 3 by 5. So is there any option like 3 by 5? Yes, D is the answer for this. Again, a easy question. If you know Bayes theorem, then it is easy. If you don't know Bayes theorem, then it will be tough. Moving on to next question. If A and B are events, if A and B are two events such that P of A is this much, P of B is this much. If A and B are two events such that P of A is this much, P of B is this much, and P of A and B is this much, then P of A dash given B is, what is the question? P of A dash given B is how much? So how to approach this A dash given B, probability of A dash given B? Now what is the formula to find probability of A dash given B? Is probability of A dash intersection B divided by probability of B. A dash intersection. This is synopsis. Please add to your memory. Please add to your soul. This point is very important. A dash given B, a conditional probability. Now probability of this can be written as probability of B minus probability of A and B by probability of B. Again, this also from synopsis. A dash intersection B is probability of B minus. Next, probability of B is how much? Probability of B is 0.5. Here it is given, minus A intersection B is 1 by 6 by probability of B is 1 by 2. Let me erase this. Let me erase this 1 by 2 and let me write this as 1 by 2. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 6 is 1 by LCM. If I take LCM 6, 3 minus 1 is 2 by 1 by 2. So this is 2 by 6, 2 by 1, 4 by 6 is equal to 2 by 3. Is there any such option like 2 by 3? Then A dash given B 2 by 3 is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. A die is thrown 10 times. A die is thrown 10 times. So from Bernoulli trials, we can say n is equal to 10. The probability that an odd number will come up at least one time is, the probability that an odd number will come up at least one time is, so getting odd number is success. So success is denoted by P, getting odd number success is 1 by 2. Next, Q is equal to 1 by 2. Automatically Q will be 1 by 2. Probability means odd number is success. Success is 1 by 2. So failure will also be 1 by 2. At least one time. Now if you go through this, probability that an odd number will come up at least once. At least once means required probability is equal to 1 minus probability of x is equal to 0. Probability that an odd number will come up at least one time. Probability. So this will be 1 minus probability of 0. At least one time means 0 time should not come. One time it's okay. 2 times, more times it's okay. But one time should not come. Means 0 time should not come. Now 1 minus. Try to recall that Bernoulli NCX P raised to x Q raised to n minus x. That formula you try to recall. So n, in place of n I am writing n C x P raised to x. In place of x, what should I write? In place of x, 0 q raised to n minus x. N minus x is, n is 10. So here we are left with 1 minus 1 by 210. So this is equal to 210. So 210 minus 1 is equal to 1023 divided by 1024. So A is the answer for this. Again, easy question. Basic calculations like Bernoulli trials, if you know, small calculations, you know, within 30 or 40 seconds, you can handle this question. Moving on to next question. The probability of solving a problem by 3 persons A, B and C independently. Probability of solving a problem by 3 persons A, B and C independently A, B, C, probability of solving a problem is this much, Then probability of problem is solved by any two of them. Now what is the question? Probably let me write the given data first. A is 1 by 2, B is 1 by 4, C is 1 by 3. Then the probability of problem is solved by any two of them. Probability of them solved by any two of them. They want probability solved by any two of them. Now from here remaining data what I can extort, P of A dash is 1 by 2, P of B dash is 3 by 4, P of C dash is 2 by 3. Problem is solved by any two of them. Next, now how to approach this? Probability of A dash is 1 by 2. This problem is solved by any two of them. Means A, B has solved, C has not solved. A, B have solved, C has not solved. Next, A has solved, B has not solved, C has solved, A dash, B, C. So A, B have solved, at least two of them have solved. Problem is solved by any two of them. This and this solved, this not solved. This and this solved, not solved. So you might have understood. A, B. A is how much? A is 1 by 2. B is how much? 1 by 4. 1 by 4. C dash is how much? C dash is 2 by 3. 2 by 3. A is how much? A is 1 by 2. B dash is how much? B dash is 3 by 4. C is how much? 2 by 3. 2 by 3 plus A dash is how much? 1 by 2. B is 1 by 4. C is how much? C is 1 by 3. So if you do calculation, 2 4s are 8, 8 3s are 24, denominator 24, 2 plus 6 plus 1, 7 to 9, 9 by 24, 9 can be written as 3 into 3 and 24 can be written as 8 into 3. So 3 and 3 if I cancel, 3 by 8. Is there any such option? 3 by, the probability of solved by them is 3 by 8. There is no such option like 3 by 8. So once you check whether all our calculation is correct or not, A is okay, B is okay, C is also okay. A, B 1 by 2, 1 by 4. C dash is how much? 2 by 3. A is 1 by 2. B dash is 3 by 4. C is 2 by 3. C is 1 by 3. See here one small calculation mistake we did in hurry in exam. Don't do such mistakes. See, what about A? A dash is 1 by 2. B, C 3 by 4. B, C, B is 1 by 4. C is 1 by 3. So one small mistake we did, one calculation mistake. Don't do such calculation mistake in exam. Here you do, while practicing you do, no problem. So 3 plus 3, 6. Let me erase this. 6 by 24. So this is equal to 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 is the answer. Moving on to next question. Events E1 and E2 form partition of sample space. Yes. A is any event such that they have given this much of information and this also they have given and A given to. Then what are they asking? Ultimately their target is this one. E1, E2, partition of sample space, A is any event. So all this is related to Bayes theorem, open Bayes theorem, sample space, partition of sample space, everything it comes there only. So P of E1 given A, they're asking to find this probability of E1 given A. Now how to solve this problem? Probability of E1 given A. For this, probability of E1 given A is equal to probability of A given E1 dot probability of E1 by probability of A given E1 by probability of E1 plus probability of A given E2 dot probability of E2. So probability of A given E1 is of A given E1 is, we don't know this one also. So for a moment let me name that as X. Probability of E1, I will cancel off this and this. So finally what are we left? A given E1 is, so that for that I have assigned X. Next, probability of A given E2 is 2 by 3. Now we are supposed to find this E1 given A, E1 given A. This we are supposed to find. X is equal to X divided by X plus. Now what is that we are supposed to find here? So what is that? A given E1 we have to find, na? A given E1 we have to find. So for this let me write one more formula using base theorem. E2 given A, E2 given A, E2 given A can be written as, if I use A given E2, E2 dot probability of E2. Next, A given E2 dot probability of E2 plus probability of A given E1 dot probability of E1. This much. Now again E2 E1 I will remove off. A given E2 is 2 by 3 by 2 by 3 plus A given E1 is how much? Let me write that as X. E2 given A is how much? 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Now we have to find this X from this equation. So how to find X? This entire I will place it here. So 2 by 3 plus X is this, if I transpose 4 by 3 minus 2 by 3. After solving this equation, see here, after solving this equation we will get X is equal to 2 by 3. Now this X is equal to 2 by 3 if I place here, what is that? X is what? A given E1, na? A given E1, A given, if I place here X is equal to 2 by 3, this is 2 by 3 by 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3, this is equal to 1 by 2. Why it is equal to 1 by 2? One quantity divided by quantity plus quantity. Here one quantity, here two quantities. So answer is D. So only simplification, only one formula, base theorem formula and simplification. That's it. Moving on to next question. If A, B, C are three mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. So if A, B, C are three mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, that means A, B, C, exclusive, mutually exclusive means this is 0. Exhaustive means A union exhaustive, B union C is 1 of an experiment, such that P of A is 2, P of B is equal to 3. Then P of B is equal to what? P of B is equal to what? What is the question? Then P of B is equal to what? They are asking to find P of B. Now one synopsis point you should be knowing. What is that synopsis point? P of A union B union C is equal to A, B, C minus B, C, CA, all that it will be 0 anyways. So P of A union B remaining minus A, B, B, C, CA, all that will be there. Three mutually exclusive events. So I am not writing remaining things because anyways it will be 0 only. So A union B union C value is 1. So I am writing 1 here. P of B is equal to P of A is 2 times of P of B, 2 times of P of B plus P of B plus 3. P of C is how much? 2 by 3. P of C is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 of P of B. So 1 is equal to 3 plus 2 by 3 is 11 by 3 P of B. If you add this, so finally P of B is equal to 3 by 11. P of B is equal to 3 by 11. So is there any such formula? Yes, B is the answer for this. Moving on to next. Given that A and B are two events, what have they given? A and B are two events such that P of B is this much, P of A given B is this much, and then P of A is, what are they asking? P of A is how much? They are asking this. So how to approach this? So please be aware of the synopsis. These many videos I have discussed with green pen, and also probability chapter. You keep aside your that book if you don't know synopsis. If you know, it is a good thing. Next, P of A union B is equal to 4 by 5. So P of A union B is equal to P of A, P of B, P of B minus P of A intersection B. So P of A union B is 4 by 5. P of A is P of A, then okay, we have to find this. So P of A, okay. P of B is 3 by 5. P of A intersection B is A intersection B is not known. But one more data they have given. Probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. So probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A intersection B. Probability of A intersection B, probability of B is 3 by 5. So if I place this 3 by 5, probability of A intersection B is equal to 3 divided by 10. So if I place 3 divided by 10 here, what we have to simplify this? P of A is equal to 4 by 5 minus 3 by 5 plus 3 by 10. So if I take LCM, if I multiply this with 2, if I multiply this with 2, 4 2s are 8 minus 6 is 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 by 10, which is equal to 1 by 2. Is there any such option like 1 by 2? Yes, B is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. If A, B, C are three independent events, A, B, C are independent events such that P of A is equal to P of B is equal to some information they have given, they have named that P of A, then P of at least 2 of A, B, C occur is equal to, what is the question? P of at least A, B, C occur is equal to, at least A, B, C should occur, that means A, B occurring, C not occurring, A, B dash, C, AC occurring, B not occurring. Next, A not occurring, B, C occurring. So at least 2. At least 2 means these two are occurring, this one is not occurring. Next, at least 2 means all 3 occurring, that also we have to consider. That also, if all 3 are occurring, then also it is okay. Now if I go for substituting their probabilities, probability of A is P, probability of B is also P, so that is equal to P square. Probability of C is 1 minus P, because probability of occurrence is P, then probability of non-occurrence is 1 minus P. Same way we are having this 3 times plus probability of A, probability of this is equal to P cube. So this is equal to P cube. So 3P square minus 3P cube plus P cube. So this is equal to 3P square minus 2P cube. C is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. 2 dice are thrown if it is known that, 2 dice are thrown if it is known that the number if it is known that sum of numbers on the die was less than 6, sum of number, the probability of getting sum as 3 is. So, number was less than 6. Probability of sum of numbers on the dice was less than 6. That means if I name that first event as a sum of 1, 1, 1, 2, this will go till 1, 5, sum is less than 6, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5 is was less than 6. 1 5, if I take 1 5 6, it should be less than 6, so I cannot consider. Next, if I take 2 1 2 2 2 3, it's okay. 2 4 I should not take. 2 4 if I take, it will become 6, so I cannot. Next, 3 1 3 2 3 3 I cannot take. 4 1 4 1, yes, definitely I can consider 4 1, yes. So 4 1 I can take. 4 2 I cannot take. 5 1 I cannot take. The probability of getting sum as 3, if it is known that sum on the numbers, sum of numbers, if I am naming this as A event, if I am naming this as probability of getting a sum as 3, probability of getting sum as 3. So what is the question? Probability of getting sum as 3 is. Now let me write that if I name this as B event, then what is that B? Probability of getting sum as 3 means 1 1 sum is 3, sorry, 1 2 1, only this many possibilities are there. Now what is the question? Probability of B, 2 dice are thrown if it is known that sum of numbers on the dice was less than 6, sum as 3, given that dice was less than A. So probability of B intersection A by probability of A. Now probability of A is how much? If I count all this, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, 10 by 36, this is 10 by 36, this is 2 by 36. So probability of A is 10 by 36, 10 by 36. Probability of B intersection A is, probability of B intersection A is how much? Probability of B intersection A, probability of B intersection A, what is common between this and this? 1 2 2 1 is common, two things are common, so 2 divided by 36. So if I cancel 1 by 5, C is the answer for this. Again, easy question, within 30 seconds we can solve this. Moving on to next question. A car manufacturing factory has has two plants, X and Y. There are two plants. Plant X manufactures 70%, means 7 by 10 manufactures, and plant Y manufactures 30%, that means 3 by 10 manufactures 30%. 80% of the cars at plant X and 90 are rated as standard quality. Standard X, 80% of cars, 8 by 10, and standard by Y, 90% of the cars, 9 by 10. A car is chosen at random. So from this data, from given data, I am writing all this. Now what random experiment they are doing? A car is chosen at random. One car they have chosen at random and is found to be standard quality. The probability that it has come from plant X is. A car is chosen at random and is found to be standard quality. The probability that it has come from plant X is. So what is the question? Probability that it has come from plant X is. The probability come from plant standard quality from given that it is of standard quality. So this is the question. Here the probability that it has come from plant X given that it is a standard quality. Standard. Now how to solve this? Now with the given data, if you go through the question everything properly, this question we can say that it is based on Bayes theorem, reverse probability. So they are asking to find probability of one. Already one more event has already occurred, so that is why next. Now this if I frame a formula for Bayes theorem, probability of X divided by probability of S given X, probability of X plus probability of S given Y, probability of so for this probability of y, if I frame a formula, probability of x given x is equal to probability of s given x. So probability of s given x, already all the data readily it is available. 8 by 10, probability of x is 7 by 10, 7 by 10 by 8 by 10, 7 by 10, 7 by 10 plus s given y 9 by 10, 3 by 10, 9 by 10, 3 by 10. So if I simplify this, 7 8s are 56, this is 83. If I add all this, 56, 27, 83. So is there any option like 56 by 83? Yes, C is the answer for this. Again, this problem is based on Bayes theorem. So Bayes theorem is very much important. Moving on to next question. If P of A is equal to, some information they have given, if P of A is equal to this much, P of B is equal to, and P of, then probability of A dash and B dash is what? So for this, probability of A union B dash is equal to 1 minus A dash intersection B dash can be written as A union B whole dash 1 minus probability of A union B. Now further, 1 minus P of A is 0.5959 plus probability of B is 0.3 minus A intersection B is 0.21. Now just some basic formulas I am using. Probability of A union B dash is 1 minus this one, and probability of this formula A dash intersection B dash is A union B whole dash, and then P of A union B is P of A, P of B, P of B minus P of A intersection B. Next, P of union B is this much. All this we have done. Now, how to simplify this? 1 minus, if we solve this, all this if I solve, 1 minus 0.9, if I keep 0.59 plus 0.09, 09 means almost 0.68, 0.32 is the answer for this. Again with basic formula, within 30 seconds we can solve this. So probability, do not leave this at any cost. Find the mean number of heads. So what are they asking? Find the mean number of head. Mean number of head in how many tosses? In 3 tosses of a coin. What are they asking to find? Find mean in 3 tosses of a coin. So mean formula, what is the formula to find mean? Mean is equal to summation xi p of xi. Mean is equal to summation xi p of xi. So how to solve this problem? X p of x. So for this 0 1 2 3. So 0, how many? 1 by 8, 3 by 8, 3 by 8, 1 by 8. Find the mean number of head. Find the mean number of head in 3 tosses of a fair coin. Find the mean number of head. So this is x, which is xi, this is xi. If I name this as xi. So if I take this 3 by 8 plus 6 by 8 plus 3 by 8, so which is equal to 12 by 8 is equal to 1.5. So answer is 1.5. Very easy question, only this much, hardly it will take 30 seconds to solve this. Moving on to next question. If A and B are 2 events, what are they? A and B are 2 events such that P of A is equal to this much and P of A, then what are they asking? See here, this, focus on this, they are asking this. So how to solve this? Probability of A dash intersection B dash is equal to probability of A union B dash, which is equal to 1 minus union B equal to 1 minus P of A union B is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. What is P of A intersection B? 1 minus P of A union B is 1 minus A intersection B. A intersection B is not available readily, so probability of A given B is equal to probability of A intersection B by probability of B. So probability of A intersection B is 1 by 4, probability of B is 1 by 3, probability of A intersection B is now this is 1 by 12. So if I go for simplification, 1 minus, here it is 12. If I take LCM, into 6 into 4, 9 by 12, 1 minus 3 by 4 is equal to 1 by 4. So is there any such option? A is the answer. Again, easy question, hardly 30 seconds to solve this. Moving on to next question. A pandemic has been spreading. A pandemic has been spreading all over the world. Pandemic has been. The probabilities are 0.7 that there will be a lockdown. Probability of lockdown is 0.8. Sorry. 0.7. Probably 0.7. There will be a lockdown. Lockdown 0.7. No lockdown 0.8, 0.3. Lockdown 0.7 means no lockdown 0.3. 0.8 pandemic is controlled in 1 month. Controlled in 1 month if there is a lockdown. So next point you observe 0.8 that pandemic is controlled in 1 month if there is a lockdown. So controlled given there is a lockdown is 0.8 and 0. Controlled no lockdown 0.3. No lockdown. The probability that, now go through the question, the probability that pandemic will be controlled in 1 month. The probability that pandemic will be controlled in 1 month is. So what is the question? Question is probability that pandemic will be controlled in 1 month. Pandemic will be controlled in 1 month. So probability of controlled in 1 month. Now with the given data available, I can write total probability of C given L dot probability of L. Where is that L? Next NL probability of C given NL dot probability of NL plus probability of CNL probability of NL. So probability of C given L is how much? 0.8. 0. Lockdown 0.7. C given NL 0.3. NL 0.3. So if I multiply, if I simplify everything, I will get 0.65 as the answer. In any worst case, you should never, because probability, they are talking about probability and they are talking about more than one. How probability will be more than one? Not possible. So don't. Next, moving on to next. If A and B are two events, are independent events, such that P of A is this much, P of A union B is this much, and P of B is equal to this much, then what are they asking to find? Value of X. Find value of X. So P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Now P of A union B is 0.65, P of A is 0.25, See here, P of this is this much. So P of A will be 0.25. Next, P of B is x minus 0.25, 0.25 x. Now, if I transpose that this side, so this becomes 0.75x is equal to 0.4. Next, if I simplify, x is equal to 8 by 15. X is equal to 8 by 15. So C is the answer for this. Again, only based on one theorem, so easy question only. Hardly it will take 15 seconds to solve this. Moving on to next question. If A and B are events such that P of A is this much, P of A given me, then P of B is, what is the question? Then P of B is what? So how to solve P of A? Then P of B is, now probability of A given B is equal to probability of A intersection B by probability of B. A given B is how much? No, before going to that, let me, from here I can write P of B is equal to P of A intersection B by P of A given B. I am just interchanging their places. Next, P of B given A is equal to P of B intersection A by P of A. P of B given A is 2 by 3. P of A is 1 by 4. 1 by 4. P of B intersection A is P of A intersection B. Just substitute that. So here we will get P of B is equal to P of A intersection B. How much is P of A intersection B? It is already given. If I cancel this, 1 by 2, 1 by 6, I will get 1 by 6. Probability of A given B is, so 1 by 6 divided by 2 by 1. Probability of B is 1 by 3. So answer is D. D is the answer. Moving on to next question. A bag contains 2n plus 1 coins. So some information they have given. A bag contains 2n plus 1 coins. How many bag does 2n plus 1 coins? It is known that n out of these n coins, if we are taking n here, n plus 1 are left. N have head on both sides, head on both sides, head on both sides. Here head on one side, on one side. One coin is are fair. One coin is selected at random. What are they doing? They are doing, one coin is selected at random and tossed. They took one coin and they tossed. A bag contains, this means that one coin is selected at random, and if the probability that tossed results in head is tossed, if the probability that tossed result in head is this much, then the value of n is the probability tossed result in head is probability of head is 31 by 42. Then the value of n is they are asking to find value of n. So how to approach this problem? Probability of head is equal to, now from here, if I name this as 1, if I name this as 2, so probability of head is equal to n head on both sides, n head on both sides. For this, head on both sides means probability of head here is 1. Probability of head here is 1 by 2. Probability of head here is 1. Also, how many n? Favorable n by 2n plus 1 plus, here head is 1 by 2. How many coins are there? how many coins are there? N plus 1 by 2n plus 1. So using theorem of total probability, using theorem of total probability, n by probability of head, they have given this is 31 by 42 is equal to n divided by 2n plus 1 plus n plus 1 divided by 2n plus 1. Now if I simplify this, finally the one equation is there, one unknown is there. I will get n is equal to 10. Just simplification, I am leaving this to you. So please simplify this. If you are unable to simplify, add in comments, sir please simplify, sir explain us how to simplify, like that. If you tell, definitely I will explain. Moving on to next question. If you find this video interesting, like, subscribe and share, and all the best for your KCET. Go with courage and write the exam.